On this week's Ag Around the World, we're focusing on India with a possible trade deal between the U.S. and India progressing right now. Vice President J.D. Vance visiting with Indian Prime Minister Modi this week. The two sides reaffirming the importance of the India-U.S. compact. It was launched by President Trump and Modi in February. The U.S. Trade Representative saying that he has finalized a roadmap with India's Ministry of Commerce and Industry when it comes to the negotiations on reciprocal trade. Mark Knight of Farmers Keeper Financial tells us the U.S. relationship with India over the years has been complex and strange.
Sometimes it's it's friendly for the most part, but that's a giant population, and that would go a long way to kind of maybe making some of the a potential deal with China less important if we could strike some deals with some of these other countries, and especially India, because we haven't had something in place with India.
Looking back on trade with India, our partners at the Packer tell us that in 2018, India was the #2 market for U.S. apples. But Jim Baer of the U.S. Apple Association says following that, retaliatory tariffs crushed U.S. apple exports to the region to near zero. He says they are rebounding, but it could take years to return to the previous level. But there is a battle with India brewing, and that is over butter. India is the world's top milk producing country. It is home to 4 times as many people as the U.S. and has nearly 7 times as many cows. A recent report says people in India would consume a combined 7.1 million metric tons of butter this year. Experts tell dairyherd.com that India's butter output outpaced its consumption last year, and the same thing is expected this year. When it comes to exports, Indian butter is significantly less expensive than other countries, and that's keeping pressure on U.S. butter prices, which have been way down lately. India's policy restrictions and high tariffs limit the ability of U.S. dairy exporters to increase market share in the country. Well, another sign of trouble in the ag economy. We take a look at that in Chip's Corner next.